That's when people began pulling away. His own team scrambled to release a statement. "Man, I'm not gonna lie, I've been holding in a lot lately. I just broke down for 3.5 hours straight," someone said emotionally. "The streets are on fire right now and nobody saw this coming." Out of nowhere, 50 Cent leaked explosive recordings that have Rick Ross more rattled than ever before. This isn't some run-of-the-mill rap beef, it's a full-on war. And we've got the details on how those tapes got out. Once you hear what's on them, you'll get why Ross is spiraling. 50 didn't just stir the pot, he flipped the entire table. The hip-hop world is in shambles and this is only the beginning. Here's where it turns wild. 50's been playing the long game for years. Back in 2009, when Ross nicknamed him Officer Ricky, everyone thought it was just rapper banter. "What? You want me to wash your car?" Ross joked. "Ain't no shame in the hustle." But 50 was operating on a whole different level. He was moving in silence while Ross was showboating with Wingstop deals, luxury rides, and major flexes. While Ross was out here bragging like a boss, 50 was quietly collecting dirt. Ross thought he was untouchable, even boasted about owning Checkers franchises and running the game. But right when he got too comfortable, 50 struck back. Peep 50's IG. He was throwing shade about fake flexing for months. But turns out it was all part of the setup. Just like how it goes in New York, Mount Vernon, or Miami, no one wants to be associated with him anymore. Ross's downfall is so severe that even his allies are keeping their distance. Then out of nowhere, on a random Tuesday, 50 posted the tape. No caption. No warning. Just straight smoke. That clip detonated online. Fans lost it. The hip-hop industry went into emergency mode. XXL called urgent meetings. PR teams worked around the clock. Anyone remotely affiliated with Ross or even Diddy vanished from sight. This wasn't a diss track. It was a calculated attack. 50 waited until Ross felt like a king, then pulled the rug out from under him. "Welcome to the channel," the host chimed in. "Hit that like button and subscribe. You do not want to miss what's coming." People are saying this fall from grace is so brutal, it's like the devil kicked Ross out of hell. Some are questioning whether he ever had grace to begin with. Sure, he had the music, the bad boy legacy, but the drama runs deeper. Imagine Ross in a business meeting when his phone starts blowing up. At first, he probably thought it was just 50 being petty. But the moment he saw the clip, everything changed. Word on the street? That was just round one. 50's allegedly been sitting on this footage for years, waiting for the perfect time to launch. Now everyone's scared of what might come next. The tapes dismantled Ross's claims that he never did certain business deals. 50 brought receipts tying Ross to shady dealings with Diddy. And this isn't gossip. The recordings show Ross bragging about under-the-table deals with new artists. This wasn't a slip-up, it was a recurring pattern. Artists like Black Rob, Biggie, and Craig Mack, they're not here to share their side of the story. Now others are speaking for them. Insiders are whispering that these recordings could end careers. They connect to old rumors from Ross's early days. Everything he's claimed for years, these tapes tell a different story. Executives watching this unfold said it felt like witnessing a live crash and burn. Meanwhile, 50 gave a recent interview with Us Weekly, saying the reason rappers are staying quiet about Diddy is because many attended those infamous parties. They didn't know there were 250 tape recorders hidden in that mansion, he said. And Ross? He's been chasing deals while Diddy's in the middle of chaos. The timing couldn't be worse. These leaks don't just stir drama. They threaten Ross's entire empire. Brands, partnerships, and reputation all on the line. And every time Ross tries to deny it, more footage drops. After seeing the footage, Ross lost it. He went on a 15-minute unhinged Instagram rant full of threats. His PR team was in crisis mode. He wasn't denying the tapes anymore, he was threatening 50 and spiraling. He sent out voice notes begging people not to share the clip. Then things went nuclear. Ross started naming names, revealing locations, and even leaking 50's and his family's private info. "They're not going to confess," a voice chimed in. Ice Cube said it himself, Diddy's being targeted for what he said about certain people. That's when folks started distancing fast. Ross's own camp rushed to do damage control. But Ross wasn't cooperating. He was going rogue. Even his closest friends begged him to log off before he destroyed everything. His team filed copyright strikes, hoping to wipe the tapes, but it was too late. 50 had already distributed them widely. Ross reportedly offered millions to find out who filmed it. After Instagram restricted him for breaking the rules, he started using burner accounts to keep ranting. And the people on those tapes? They're nervous. If Diddy is forced to identify them under oath and he doesn't plead the fifth, it could all come out. Behind the scenes, Ross's legal team was in full-blown panic. Business partners dropped out. But Ross kept spiraling. He dragged other artists into the mess, exposing unpaid features and faking streaming stats. It looked like he was setting fire to his own empire. The industry split. Some sided with 50. Others defended Ross. But his behavior made it hard to stay loyal. Meek Mill liked a 50 post. Artists quietly unfollowed Ross. Collaborations disappeared overnight. You know you did something at Diddy's party and now you're praying it wasn't recorded, someone said. But to them, it's just their lifestyle. One person added, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? What you mean? It means what it means. Decade stayed silent. French Montana threw shade with a post about karma. Future added fuel with a many men story post. Even Drake dropped a subtle line about loyalty. Fans are dissecting every lyric. Sources say 50's not done. More unreleased clips could drop. One supposedly captures Ross trash-talking artists in a private convo with a media exec. If that tape leaks, it could shatter more than just Ross's image. It might bring down an entire label. I haven't seen the tapes myself, said a journalist. But I've been told by a credible source which A-list celebrities are allegedly in them. I want to tell the audience everything. But legally, I have to tread carefully. And guess who's gone ghost? DJ Khaled. No tweets. No lives. Silence. He's tight with both sides. But now he's nowhere to be found. Rumor is his name might pop up next. Meanwhile, 50's been teasing more drops. Instagram stories with chessboards, ticking clocks, and captions like, they played themselves. Should I watch them? The journalist asked. Reese, I need your advice. I want to report this, but I also have to consider the ethics and legal risks. This feud is no longer just 50 versus Ross. It's an industry-wide takedown. Rumor has it someone from Ross's inner circle is feeding info to 50, private conversations, texts, even footage. People are calling it the snake in the circle. Ross is paranoid, switching phones, cutting people off. He reportedly fired an assistant on the spot after catching a group chat filled with 50 memes. And then there's the baby oil. You ever seen a brothel raid? They take the people, not the massage tables. But in this case, they took everything. Not a single bottle of baby oil left behind. Not one. Fans are digging up old clips of Ross trashing folks who now seem to be turning on him. The internet turned this into a witch hunt. Every day, more drama drops. If people were recorded without knowing and you can ID them, that's a huge legal problem, said a lawyer. This isn't a text or an email. It's video. Real exposure. There's one with Diddy and someone else, they hinted. And if these insider leaks are true, the next video could be nuclear. Rumors suggest Ross was caught on tape talking down on Lil Baby, Ghana, and even Travis Scott. If it drops, it could spark even more beef. The streets are buzzing. Comment sections are filled with fans asking artists, did you hear what Ross said about you? And now one source hinted that a major female rapper is also tangled up in this, with Ross reportedly making shady comments behind her back. If someone was recorded non-consensually, they deserve to stay anonymous, a legal expert explained. Once their identity's revealed, people will harass them. These victims need protection. This isn't about rap battles anymore. It's an industry unraveling. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, a former security guard for Ross just spoke out. He claims Ross made him destroy hard drives and wipe surveillance footage from a private studio session last year. What were they hiding? The guard asked. I don't know, but 50 definitely does. And he's not done. Andy, someone said, just say the names. No, he replied. There's a reason we're not saying them. And here's why we have to talk about this without crossing the line.